Back in the workshop today, I've just made this GRP enclosure. Inside it is a 3-2 air valve. It's going to be fitted on site for the customer to make the connections into it. So it's got the compressed air in, as you can see. It's got an air driven pump coming out of it, and the pump will vent when the valve is switched off. So what I wanted to do was mark the fittings clearly, so when he makes his connection he knows what he's connecting into. So that's a rectangular label. It's made out of Gravoply. It's stuck in place, and it's got a hole milled for the bulkhead fitting, the blue things that you can see, to pass through, and I'm going to show you how that was done in this video. So what I've done is run the software up, Graver style software, done a basic rectangle for the outline of the label, and put a circle on it to represent the aperture for where the receptacle goes through, as you can see, and I'm going to mill that hole out using a milling tool on the machine. So what I've done here, I've actually turned the audio off from when the video was taken, because all you'll hear is the extract unit working, which is a tube you can see on the right, which is pulling the cut material away from the head. You can see the first pass there, and initially when I use this technique, you think it's made a real mess of the material. That's because the milling cutter, it's one of those that mills better on the side than it does on the end, so it doesn't really do a very good job initially. But if you bear with it, what I'm doing is every time it does a circle, I'm dropping the milling cutter down maybe 1/4 of a millimetre to make another pass. I'm just running the same program over and over again. As you can see, it's getting better and better now. There you go. I'm going to drop the cutter a little bit more and run again round, take a little bit more material away. The machine doesn't have enough power to be able to do this cut in one hit. Tried it even at the slowest setting, and it just overloads the motor, the cutting head motor. It's only a tiny little thing, but as you can see now, it's getting the cut is getting deeper and deeper, and slowly, bit by bit, I will lower the cutter down. You can see the tip of the cutter now getting exposed, and eventually what you'll see is the material will get punched through little bit by little bit. It's best to go nice and gentle, I've found, with this. You can see now the colour's changed. In fact, that's probably a hole through. Yeah, you can see daylight through the top corner there. So the cutter's it's on its way through the material. There you go, one hole. Now what I'll do is push the cutter all the way out. You can see it. Do another cut round just to neaten it up and take the little bits of plastic off. And it goes. Neaten it up. Job done. And you can just remove those last few little bits with your fingernail. There you go. And the only other thing to do now is to engrave the function. So I've changed the cutter. You can see it's no longer the milling cutter, it's an engraving cutter now. I'll drop it down and engrave the function in just like that. That's relatively easy. And then obviously I got the other one done as well. That one I can't remember which one this is. Ah, that's the vent one. There we go. Job done. Thanks for watching.